When you draft a quarterback in the second round, what that says is the leash for the starting quarterback isn't that long. Yep, the cowboy, Mr. McLean. You Americans are all alike. But this time, John Wayne doesn't walk into the sunset with Grace Kelly. It's Gary Cooper, asshole. Oh, Dingbat! Oh, shit! Oh, shit! That was crazy!
Happy trails, Hans.
Dallas still stinks. By the way, King Dingbat here, and I hope everybody's having a great day. I hope you don't have a bunch of crazy kids running around outside your house while you're trying to do a video, distracting you so it has to start over. This is like the third time I had to start over because these crazy kids are outside. Anyways, I hope you guys are all doing well. We got some major Eagles breaking news. Now, it's not the most surprising news in the world, but it's breaking news nonetheless. Jalen Hurts has been named the starting quarterback versus the New Orleans Saints. And this is going to be very, very interesting. It's going to be a fascinating game to watch. Fascinating to see what he could do with the offense. And I'm intrigued. I would be lying if I said I'm not intrigued. Now, when you think of why they're doing this, I actually agree with the move. I think once you pulled Carson last game, right? If you were to put him back against the New Orleans Saints, have him come in only to struggle again, then have to pull him, I think he's done. I don't know you recover from that. I think it's better to have pulled him, let him gather his head, let him, take a step back, clear his head, relax, gather, a new perspective, and let him watch a little bit, and let him watch the rest of the season. Then he can go in the offseason, make the adjustments he has to make, like maybe thinning down, and then we can go from there with an open quarterback competition going into next season. However, at the same time, for the Eagles, I want to see what the kid could do. I definitely want to see what this kid could do. He came in, provided a spark for this team. I think he moves a lot better than Carson, which will help him with that bad offensive line that the Eagles definitely have. But it's going to be a tall task for Jalen Hurts this week. It really is. New Orleans is good. And, I'll talk about who I think is going to win, but it's no surprise I'm going to pick New Orleans in my preview prediction video. But I think that this is the right move. I think you stick with him. You let him play it out. You see what he could do. Now, I'm not in I don't have the idea that, hey, the Eagles are going to make the playoffs now. We're going to win the division. Look, the Giants, they just beat Seattle. And then Washington goes and they beat Pittsburgh, man. They beat Pittsburgh. Shout out to Washington, the team with no name. Okay? These teams are clearly better than the Eagles at this point. I don't think the Eagles, with them two teams winning, I don't think they have a chance to win the division. It's still possible, but I don't think so. I don't think it's going to happen. So let Hurts play it out. Let's get the highest pick we could get, and let's go on from there. The truth of the matter is this, though. It all comes down to Howie Roseman and what he did during the draft. And I think it was a rotten thing to do. I got to say this. I think he and the front office have failed Carson Wentz. I think they have failed him because they didn't give him enough around him. That offensive line is horrendous. It is horrendous. And I'm telling you, they told him to bulk up. I know that's going to come out at some point. But they told him to get bigger and be a pocket quarterback. And then they gave him a atrocious line. And he was a sitting duck. Carson, his story isn't over yet. I still believe there's something left, but he needs to take a step back, get a perspective. And look, if Jalen Hurts comes in there and kills it and is awesome, then so be it. So be it. I want the best player, the person who gives us the best chance to win each year in and out. I want them playing. And if next year that's Jalen Hurts, so be it. But they got to have an open quarterback competition because you're not going to trade Carson. You're not going to be able to cut him. You owe him too much money. So, let him have an open quarterback competition. If Jalen Hurts plays good down the stretch, we're going to find out. At least for this game, it's going to be interesting as hell to watch. I'll give you that. Carson has a lot of flaws. He's had a bad season, no question about it. I think he can rebound. But I think throwing him back in against New Orleans would have been a big mistake. To do it too early, it could ruin him. I think he needs the rest of the season just to chill out. And let's see what this kid could do. Let's get a top 5, top 6, 7, 8th pick. And let's build this team right. That's what we're going to have to do. You don't draft a guy in the second round if you believe in your franchise quarterback. Okay, and I said this draft night, when the Eagles did that, there was something about Carson Wentz that they didn't believe in, that they were worried about, whether it was injury or whatever. You don't draft a quarterback second round if you really believe in the guy you have. Okay, the problem is if they had those doubts, they should never have paid him that money. Okay, and they did, and they really screwed themselves up. My only issue is this. I'm okay. I agree with playing Hurts. I think Carson, give him a break, let him figure it out. And when I say that, like I said, I still believe he has something left, but he needs to step back. But my only issue and the only problem I would have if Hurts is playing is if the order's coming from Howie or from the owner. I have a big problem with that. Because I don't think that they should be doing that. I think that's got to be the coach's decision. If it's coming from the coach and from the team, I have no problem with it. Let's do it. But if it's coming from Howie and the owner, I got big problems. So we need a lot of changes this offseason, and it starts with Howie Roseman. But in the meantime, this week versus New Orleans, Jalen Hurts is our starting quarterback. Let's see what he could do, man. Let's see what he could do. With that said, take care. I will talk to you later. And of course, don't be a dingbat.